If you go back to yesterday or day before, Financial Times headline was that the FOMO of gold, right? So globally there is FOMO, and the FOMO has kicked up only in the last few weeks. The intelligent investors and the central banks were buying since last 4 years post-COVID, and the FOMO has just started. People started noticing. People started the entire headlines are now burst out of with gold. Everything the gold as a word is trending, etc., etc. So apart from Indians who traditionally keep buying, whatever the price is, if you speak to the jewelers, whenever there is a surprise price hike or price suddenly jumps up, there will be a lull period. Nobody walks into the showrooms for a month. Once after a month, people digest the price and again come back.
Correct.
They just have to wait for that.
Right.
And today, if you look at the showrooms, I think they were like last month and a half, they were like waiting for the consumers. There were no consumers.
Right.
And today they're flooded.
Right.
They're flooded for silver. They're flooded for gold. And I've been told silver, there is a waiting period of 5-6 days.
Wow.
Today you have to pay, and some kind of 5 days waiting period for the metal to come. There's no metal available.
I actually wanted to ask you this because I read an article recently that Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, he's predicting that the silver price will become 5 times in the next few years.
Yeah.
Do you have a similar kind of prediction?
See, as a responsible analyst,
right,
you cannot just throw some numbers. Right. Absolutely possible. I'm not denying that.
Okay.
And it has become double in last 1 year, 14 months or so.
Okay.
Right. It used to be $22. Today it's around $50.
Okay.
Right. So it's more than double now in around roughly 14 months. Currently it's around $50.
Okay.
We're expecting it to go to around $90. $90 in Indian terms, roughly around 3 lakh rupees.
In how much time?
A kilo. I don't know that.
But your prediction is that?
My prediction is around 18 months.
18 months, it'll double, you're saying. That's your prediction.
Should be, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. And also, I was reading a little bit about this gold to silver ratio that's become really popular online these days. Can you explain that to us? Like, what is this gold to silver ratio that we should follow to know if either gold or either silver is correctly valued based on historical patterns?
Yeah. Generally, they actually fall back on the ratios. How much crude we were able to buy with 1 ounce of gold in 1960 versus today. Everything is priced in such a way.
In relative terms.
You remove the currency value. You take gold as a standard currency and value the other commodities in golden terms.
Acha.
Because as we discussed, the currencies keep fluctuating. So rupee used to be 40 rupees a dollar. Today it is 88 rupees a dollar. If you are pricing any commodity in rupee terms, the doubling of the effect came from rupee depreciation.
Correct.
Not from the commodity fundamentals
Correct.
or the demand or supply.
So how do you remove the currency out of it?
Then standardize all the currency prices into one commodity, which is the gold, the benchmark.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So the benchmark, in benchmark terms, how much gold is required to buy 1 barrel of oil or 1 kilo of silver in way back 100 years back to today is called the ratio.
Got it.
Right. So traditionally, for the last 60-70 years, apart from last 2 years, if we keep the last 2 years aside, 60 to 70 silvers you can buy with 1 gold. So 1 kilo of gold is equal to 60 to 70 kilos of silver.
This was the ratio.
This was the ratio.
Okay.
Whenever this ratio goes to 60, that means you are getting 2 less silver for gold. That means gold is slightly overvalued and silver is undervalued.
Got it.
Compared to those two.
Got it.
When it goes to 80, 85, that means there is too much of silver coming for gold. So each is undervalued and overvalued.
Which means silver is undervalued.
Today, it's nearly around 100.
Meaning 1 kg
1 kilo
of
gold is equal to 100 kilos of silver.
Which that would mean that silver is undervalued.
Yeah, you can
comparing with historical terms.
Yes. But things keep changing fundamentally also. Silver used to be a precious metal. There were not much uses of silver apart from some silverware and some plates and dinnerware you make. Apart from that, silver was used for photographic films when the film was used in photography.
Yes.
That was major use of silver. But today, silver is used, the major use of silver comes from, around 25% comes from solar panels.
Okay.
The photovoltaic cells, which we call, the same technology which was in photographic films is today used in solar.
Okay.
The silver oxide which is coated on the solar film changes when the light hits it. The same which used to happen in the cameras. And that produces energy, which produces power.
And there's no alternative to this.
There's no alternative to that because that's the chemistry of that. It needs silver. So roughly around 20-25% it goes into that. And electronics and electricals is a big consumer of silver. Yeah, all the electronic gadgets in the circuit boards, everything is printed in silver.
Okay.
Right. So that's the second best conductor of electricity after gold, actually, because gold became so expensive, you can't use gold. So silver is the alternate.
Right.
Right. So silver became a major industrial commodity because of the electronics, the circuitry, chips, all these smart gadgets, let's say, all the laptops, everything has silver.
Sure.
Apart from that, automobiles, for example, a traditional ICE vehicle uses around, let's say, 10 grams of silver, roughly, in a vehicle. And an EV uses around roughly 70 to 80 grams of silver in a vehicle.
Wow.
Per vehicle, because of electronic components.
Got it.
The traditional ICE vehicle doesn't have so many electronics, which the battery-driven vehicle will have. So the entire renewables and the modern technology actually changed the use of silver itself. So after around 40-50 years, last 2 years, last year and this year, we are seeing first time the silver production is less than the demand.
Okay.
So that's actually causing a much bigger rally in silver. That's why silver is outperforming gold.
Glad you made it till here. If this gave you even one idea to improve your finances, send it to a friend. Helping them might just make you the smartest person in their group chat. And don't miss the full episode on Finance with Sharan. There's a lot more where this came from.